there are good movies. Then there's a bunch of terrible, mediocre, and bad movies. There are good games. There are bad games. With there being so many bad movies and games out there, which ones are worth playing and which ones are not worth playing and or watching? Well, your questions should be answered on Therocketlombax. Hello guys, this is Cal for Therocketlombax, and today I'm going to try to review a video game. Yes, well, I want to shake it up a bit, and it may not be that original because, you know, this is my first try. But anyway, The Simpsons.
Yes, The Simpsons, a record-breaking, influential, primetime animated sitcom that has left a mark in pop culture and animation history.
Bart, what are you doing?
Viva Skid Row!
Also, did I mention the show is entering its 26th season, so it went from this to this.
The seeds of his comeuppance flew out of the woods.
So logically, video game adaptations were bound to happen.
I don't know about the bad Simpsons games, but Virtual Bart, it goes under the... Anyway.
Sure, some people have talked about it. Hell, it ranked somewhere in TAT's top 10 worst video games, which isn't on their page anymore.
Anyway, is it as bad as Space Mutants or any of the other games? Now, let's switch locations. This is where I edit my videos and use this computer. Since I don't have a capture card or the game, I have to use an emulator with like drag the file into the Super Nintendo emulator, pull out a USB Super Nintendo controller, and let's begin.
As the game starts up, you'll notice the two companies Acclaim Sculpture Software, but if you don't know, both companies went defunct, Acclaim 2004 and Sculpture Software in 2002.
Anyway, why am I bringing this up? Well, because playing a bad game is difficult. Anyway, no more stalling. Don't worry, I won't be an irate gamer.
The intro starts up with the voice of Dan Castellaneta and Nancy Cartwright playing Homer Simpson and Bart.
Story behind this game.
So during the Springfield Elementary School Science Fair, Bart volunteers to be a part of a virtual reality experiment. And this is when the game starts up and we'll be countering the stages counterclockwise. Our first stage is a combat racing game inspired by Road Rage, which uses the Super Nintendo's Mode 7 capabilities. And a third-rate Road Rage clone at worst.
Played Road Rage before, but I imagine it controls much better.
You accelerate with the B button, shoot water balloons with the Y button, and the L and R buttons to kick side to side. Your enemies are Jimbo and Dolph. As I'll be saying a lot throughout this video, the controls are shit. It's hard to explain, but everything has this weird slight delay to it. When you're trying to shoot, you have to be perfectly aligned to make it count. And for kicking, well, you can hit them, but they can also hit you due to the poor hit detection, or cheap AI. And for the music, well, take a listen.
Next stage.
The next stage is based on the Simpsons Season 2 episode, The Brush of Greatness, from the water park sequence. Goal of this stage is to dodge all the Springfield residents and all the crap that's in the water slide. This stage uses no buttons, but you will be moving left and right with the left and right arrow. But this water slide isn't a straight one. There will be an arrow notification on the top of the screen to show you where to go, left or right. You can mess up a total of 2 times, and if you go down the wrong one, Homer will block the way. But like the last stage, the controls are very, very, very loose. Half the time I accidentally mess up, or go down the incorrect pipe. Your death animation is the crusty wall. There really is not a whole lot to say about this stage, it's just very loose and just kind of generic. Also, hi Matt Graining.
Anyway, we're 1/3 through the game, so let's move on to the next stage.
The next stage is a tomato throwing game. The goal of the stage is to throw tomatoes at your classmates because it's picture day, or some shit like that, I don't really care. Like the other 2 stages, this is a Mode 7 game. I'm not a very big fan of precision throw. The frustrating part is you have to hit them right in the center. No undershooting or overshooting. For sure you're given a lot of tomato, but you'll need them for the amount of tries you need because you'll fuck up all the time. Your game over screen is you standing in front of your classmate.
We're living on our prayer, and the next stage is a platform.
In this stage you play as Bart, but a pig. The goal of this stage is to help your fellow swines from being turned into meat.
And ham, hot
Like I said, this is a platforming stage, so B jumps and holding down the D-pad while jumping can make you do a higher pigtail jump or something. You have to kill / avoid the clowns and the machines that turn you into packaged ham. The main problem with the stage is such a big maze. You'll get a color key for a certain door, which then in turn opens the door with the certain color of the key. And the others, due to my knowledge of the game, don't appear. Probably people that say I should look up how to beat Virtual Bart. My question is, do you care about Virtual Bart? Do you get a sense of accomplishment? Do you want to keep playing this? Do you want to play it? No. We're 2/3 in. I just want to get this. The second last stage is when you play Bart as a baby swinging through the trees like Tarzan. You swing on the branches left and right and up and down. You can shoot your pacifier in 6 directions via the Contra. Why am I comparing this to Contra? The controls are very hard to get used to, and most of the time you'll end up just falling off and die. Also, the stage has the worst music. Just take a listen at this masterpiece of audio. Okay, now we're on the final stage, thank God. In this stage, you play as Bart as a dinosaur, trying to not get killed by the prehistoric version of your family. A whips your tail, and Y, which I lost the footage for, does scream killing kill. So you climb up the rocks, and then you get into a fight with Barney, which of course you can't win. Wait, that was Virtual Bart. Now, I may not be the world's greatest gamer, but good God, that took a lot out of me. What I have to say is, it's a bad Super Nintendo game. It was shit out, half-cooked, rushed to the market for its release. Anyway, tell me what you thought of the video, and should I do more? Anyway, this is Cal for the Therocketlombax signing out. Watch movies and game on. Also, rock on, sweatband!